Have you ever stopped to think about what happens every time you sip a glass of apple juice? It seems so simple, so ordinary. Yet for someone in their 50s or 60s, that humble drink might hold more value than they realize. As we grow older, the kidneys, those two fist-sized organs tucked quietly in our lower back, work harder than ever to keep us going. They filter waste, regulate blood pressure, and balance fluids. But the truth is, with age and stress, they begin to tire. And if we're not careful, we might find ourselves sitting in a dialysis chair, wondering how we got there. Let me tell you something most people don't know. Apple juice is not just a refreshing drink. It can be a gentle ally, especially for those who want to stay one step ahead of kidney decline. The key lies in its high water content. As we age, dehydration becomes more common. Sometimes we forget to drink, or we avoid liquids to prevent frequent bathroom trips. But when we don't drink enough, our kidneys suffer. They're forced to work harder, concentrating our urine, and over time, this damages their delicate structure. Now imagine starting your day with a cool glass of fresh homemade apple juice. Not the sugary bottled kind from the supermarket, but the kind you press at home using crisp organic apples. That juice doesn't just taste good, it helps flush out toxins, keeps you hydrated, and supplies your body with compounds that protect those precious kidneys. One of those compounds is called pectin, a type of dietary fiber. It may not sound exciting, but pectin has been shown to support digestion and reduce the strain placed on your kidneys by toxic buildup in the bloodstream. Then there are the antioxidants. Apples are full of them vitamin C, flavonoids, and polyphenols that help fight oxidative stress. You may have heard that term tossed around, but let me break it down. Oxidative stress is like rust building up inside your body. It damages cells, especially in organs like the kidneys. Over time, this invisible damage leads to inflammation, reduced function, and eventually failure. But antioxidants work like tiny repair workers, cleaning up that rust and keeping your organs running smoothly. In fact, studies have shown that apple juice can even reduce the risk of kidney stones in some people. Think about that. Just by drinking something natural, something already in your kitchen, you may be lowering your chance of facing one of the most painful conditions imaginable. Kidney stones don't just hurt. They can damage the kidney over time, raising the risk of needing dialysis in the future. One small change in your daily habit could make a real difference. But as with all things, moderation matters. Store-bought juices often contain added sugars that spike blood glucose. And for those living with diabetes or pre-diabetes, this is dangerous territory. That's why making your own apple juice is the better path. You can control what goes in, avoid the sugar traps, and preserve the full benefits of the fruit. Aim for 1 glass a day, preferably on an empty stomach in the morning. This gives your body the chance to absorb nutrients more efficiently. Some people also like to add a splash of apple cider vinegar, and that can be a good addition. Just a tablespoon or two mixed with water and a few apple slices can boost the detox effects. It helps balance blood sugar, supports digestion, and in some cases may even help dissolve small kidney stones. Of course, not everyone loves the taste right away. So try adding mint leaves, a slice of ginger, or even letting the mixture sit overnight in the fridge. In the morning, you'll have a kidney-friendly drink ready to go. This isn't about magic cures or miracle drinks. It's about consistency, about creating daily habits that protect what matters most. Think of apple juice not as a treat, but as a tool. A simple tool that, when used wisely, can help you avoid the long road to dialysis. And for anyone over the age of 50, that's not just helpful, that's essential. You don't need to overhaul your life to take care of your kidneys. You just need to be intentional. Start small. Start with apples. Have you ever heard of someone going through kidney failure because of repeated urinary tract infections? It sounds extreme, even rare. But the reality is, for many people, especially older adults, those infections don't just come and go. They build, they spread, and they scar the kidneys little by little Until one day, you find yourself hooked to a dialysis machine wondering where it all began, and the answer might be something as simple as an untreated UTI years ago. Now, this is where cranberry juice enters the story. You've probably heard about it before. Maybe you've even tried it once or twice. But what most people don't realize is that cranberry juice isn't just a folk remedy or something your mother told you to drink. It contains a set of compounds that act like silent defenders, especially for your urinary tract. Cranberries grow wild in the northern parts of the United States. They're small, tart, and packed with what we call proanthocyanidins. That's a big word, but its meaning is simple. These natural compounds prevent harmful bacteria from sticking to the walls of your urinary tract. Without that ability to stick, the bacteria can't multiply and cause infections. For someone prone to UTIs, this one action can change the whole game. Now imagine you're 60 years old, and over the past few years, you've had a few kidney infections. Maybe you were given antibiotics each time, but no one talked to you about prevention. No one told you that these infections can leave lasting scars. Cranberry juice, taken consistently, may not replace your medication, but it can serve as a reliable line of defense, stopping the cycle before it begins. But there's more. Cranberries are also rich in salicylic acid and quinic acid. These support your body's anti-inflammatory processes. Inflammation is one of the most damaging forces to kidneys. When left unchecked, it wears down the tissue, interferes with filtration, and accelerates the path to chronic disease. Drinking cranberry juice regularly could reduce this internal inflammation, especially in people with already stressed kidneys. There's another surprising benefit. Cranberry juice has been shown to help manage blood pressure. That matters because high blood pressure is one of the main causes of kidney damage in older adults. When your blood vessels stiffen and pressure increases, the kidneys delicate as they suffer first. The juice works subtly, over time, supporting vessel flexibility and easing that silent pressure. Now, not all cranberry juice is created equal. If you've walked down the juice aisle, you've probably seen labels like cranberry cocktail or cranberry blend. Those are loaded with sugar and low on actual fruit content. What you want is pure, unsweetened cranberry juice. Yes, it's tart. Yes, it might take getting used to, but this isn't about flavor. It's about protection. If the taste feels too strong, dilute it with filtered water or mix in a few fresh herbs like mint. And don't think you need to drink gallons. Just one glass in the morning and another in the evening can be enough. Especially for those with a history of urinary tract infections or kidney stones, this small habit builds a shield around your kidney stone that works even while you sleep. One important note though, cranberries can interact with certain medications, especially blood thinners like warfarin. If you're on any regular prescriptions, have a quick chat with your doctor before adding cranberry juice to your routine. It's a small step, but a wise one. What I've seen over the years is this. People who take consistent, gentle action often avoid the harshest outcomes. They don't wait for their kidneys to fail before they act. They make small adjustments, like drinking cranberry juice, and, over time, those adjustments become protection. They become peace of mind. So the next time you look at that bottle of deep red juice, don't just see a beverage. See a line of defense, a silent shield, a way of saying to your kidneys, I'm here to support you every single day. Picture this. You're sitting in your doctor's office, and he tells you your blood pressure is climbing. Not dangerously high yet, but enough to be a concern. You nod. Maybe you promise to cut back on salt. But deep down, you wonder, how did this sneak up on me? And more importantly, what can I actually do about it that feels natural, manageable, even gentle? Now let me share something you might not expect. There's a root vegetable, deep red and earthy, that's been quietly studied for its powerful effects on blood pressure. It's the beet. And when turned into juice, it becomes one of the most kidney-supportive drinks you can include in your routine. Beets are rich in something called inorganic nitrates. Unlike supplements or processed additives, these nitrates are naturally occurring, and when you drink beet juice, your body converts them into nitric oxide. That might sound technical, but the effect is simple and powerful. Nitric oxide helps relax blood vessels, improve circulation, and reduce pressure on the very tiny, delicate structures inside your kidneys. When blood flows better, your kidneys don't have to struggle. Let's be honest. Many people don't even know they have high blood pressure until damage is already done. The kidneys are among the first organs to suffer. That's why managing blood pressure isn't just about your heart, it's about protecting your kidneys from silent, creeping stress. In one clinical study, adults with early signs of kidney disease were given beet juice regularly. The result? Their blood pressure dropped, and their blood vessels functioned better. That's real, measurable improvement from something you can grow in your own backyard. Making beet juice isn't complicated. Wash the beets well, peel if you like, chop them into chunks, and blend or juice them. If you find the taste a little too earthy, mix in some apple or ginger to balance it. Some people even add lemon juice or mint leaves for a fresh twist. The best time to drink it is in the morning, about 30 minutes before breakfast, when your body is most ready to absorb nutrients. You don't need to drink a large glass every day. Even 2 or 3 times a week can make a difference. For those already on dialysis or watching fluid intake, smaller amounts of concentrated beet juice, just a few sips mixed into water cans, still offer benefits. The power is in the nitrate, and it works even in small doses. Here's something else many people don't realize. When you combine beets with dairy, you enhance the body's ability to absorb certain antioxidants. So try pairing your juice with a light meal, maybe some cottage cheese, or a slice of toast with feta, or toss roasted beets into a spinach salad topped with a little goat cheese. It's not just delicious, it's strategic. Of course, nothing is perfect for everyone. Beets are high in oxalates and purines, which can increase the risk of kidney stones in some people. So if you've had stones before, or you're at high risk, it's worth discussing with your doctor before diving in. And if you ever notice red in your urine after drinking beet juice, don't panic. It's not blood. It's just the pigments passing through a harmless condition called bacteria. The point is, beet juice is not just a trendy health drink. It's a tool, a way to take control of something that otherwise feels out of your hands. High blood pressure doesn't announce itself with pain or warning. But beet juice can quietly, consistently support your body's efforts to keep that pressure in check and, by doing so, protect your kidneys from the slow, invisible damage that leads to dialysis. So the next time you pass by the beets in the produce section, pause, pick one up. Imagine it as a small, powerful ally. Because sometimes the strongest remedies are the ones that grow from the ground, not the pharmacy. Imagine waking up in the morning, your joints a little stiff, your energy not quite there yet. You reach for coffee, maybe toast, and move into your day. But what if I told you that before all of that, a simple glass of warm lemon water could do more for your kidneys than most people realize? Not in a flashy, overnight cure kind of way, but slowly, steadily, like the quiet work of nature healing itself over time. Lemons are one of the most underrated fruits when it comes to kidney health. They're sour, yes, sometimes hard on the teeth, but inside that sharp flavor lies a compound called citric acid. And for your kidneys, citric acid is pure gold. It binds to calcium in your urine, stopping kidney stones before they can form. And if you've ever had a kidney stone, you know just how painful and dangerous they can be. Some say it rivals childbirth. Others say it's worse. Kidney stones aren't just painful, though. Each one damages the kidneys a little bit more. The scarring builds, the filtering gets weaker, and slowly, the road to dialysis gets shorter. That's why prevention matters so much. And lemon juice, especially when consumed consistently, is a powerful tool for that. But here's where the real magic happens. When you drink lemon water first thing in the morning, on an empty stomach, your body is primed for absorption. You're not just getting hydration, which in itself helps your kidneys flush out waste. You're also getting citric acid when it's most effective, helping raise your urine citrate levels and lowering the risk of stone formation. In one long-term study, patients with recurring kidney stones were divided into two groups. Half of them drank lemon juice twice a day, mixed with water. After 2 years, that group showed significantly fewer stones than those who didn't drink it. That's not a miracle. That's science meeting habit. Now, for those who find lemon too sour, there are ways to adjust. Add a little raw honey. Drop in a few mint leaves. But avoid bottled lemon juices or lemonade from the store. They're usually packed with preservatives, added sugar, and artificial ingredients. What you want is the juice of real lemons, freshly squeezed, and if you're worried about your teeth, just use a straw or rinse your mouth with plain water afterward. That way, you get the benefits without the erosion. Lemon juice does more than just prevent stones. It supports your digestive system. It helps with constipation, which is a common issue among dialysis patients. Many of them are on medications that slow down digestion. Others avoid fiber-rich foods because of potassium restrictions. Lemon stimulates digestive enzymes, encouraging regularity without harsh laxatives. This is especially important for older adults. As we age, our digestion naturally slows, and anything that backs up in the digestive system eventually affects the kidneys. It's all connected. A daily glass of lemon water is like oiling the gears of your internal machine. You don't need much. Just the juice of half a lemon in a cup of warm water. Some people like it hot like tea. Others prefer room temperature. Find what works for you. The important thing is to be consistent. Don't just drink it when you feel unwell. Make it part of your daily routine, just like brushing your teeth or taking a walk. And if you're already on dialysis, don't count this out. In fact, many dialysis patients benefit even more from small daily habits like this. Their fluid intake may be limited, so each sip matters. And lemon water provides hydration, digestive support, and kidney protection all in one small glass. I've known people in their 70s and even 80s who began this simple practice and saw real changes. More energy, fewer infections, a greater sense of control over their health. Not because lemon water is magic, but because when you take care of your body with care and consistency, your body responds. So tomorrow morning, before the coffee, before the emails and the day's noise, try reaching for a lemon. Squeeze it. Add warm water. Sit with it for a moment. Let it become your quiet ritual, your daily offering to the kidneys that have carried you this far. Some people prefer lemons. Others lean toward limes. But what many don't realize is that when it comes to kidney health, lime juice may be just as powerful, maybe even more so in some cases. That little green fruit, often used to garnish a drink or flavor a dish, contains compounds that can help your kidneys stay cleaner, calmer, and far away from the threat of dialysis. Limes are rich in natural citrate, just like lemons. Citrate is the key ingredient that prevents kidney stones from forming. It binds to calcium and keeps it from clumping with other minerals in your urine. Think of it as a traffic officer, directing the flow so nothing gets jammed or stuck. Because when something does get stuck a crystal, a stone, the pain is unbearable. And worse, each episode causes tiny injuries inside the kidney. Injuries that may not heal properly. Injuries that add up. Now here's the thing. Most people don't even know they're at risk. They don't feel the stone forming. They don't feel the kidney weakening. And by the time symptoms show, the damage is often already done. That's why lime juice used preventively and consistently becomes a quiet form of protection. No side effects, no prescriptions. Just a simple, tangy drink that works behind the scenes. In one respected medical review, researchers found that citrate therapy, often through natural sources like lime or lemon juice, significantly reduced the size and recurrence of kidney stones. And for anyone who has passed a stone or had to undergo a procedure to remove one, that kind of result is life-changing. It's not about avoiding one bad week. It's about protecting your kidneys from long-term damage. Lime juice also comes with another advantage. It has very low potassium. That might not mean much to someone with healthy kidneys. But for those who are already in later stages of kidney disease or on dialysis, potassium becomes a dangerous thing. Too much can affect the heart, the muscles, and the nerves. That's why many fruits are off-limits to dialysis patients. But lime juice is the exception. It delivers flavor, vitamin C, and immune support without tipping the potassium scale. Now let's talk practicality. How do you actually use lime juice? You don't need a juicer or fancy tools. Just roll a fresh lime on the counter to soften it, then cut and squeeze. Mix the juice with filtered water. Drink it as limeade with a touch of natural sweetener if you need to. Or better yet, use it in cooking, add it to salads. Drizzle it over fish, or mix it into a marinade. The more ways you find to include it, the more your kidneys benefit. For people who find straight lime juice too intense, consider blending it with coconut water. Coconut water offers hydration and electrolytes, and when paired with lime, it creates a refreshing drink that's easy on the kidneys. One popular combination is juice from one lime with a cup of unsweetened coconut water, a few mint leaves, and a slice of ginger. It's hydrating, soothing, and kidney-friendly. And here's a tip for those on strict fluid restrictions. Concentrate the flavor. Instead of drinking a whole glass, add just a few drops of lime juice to your allowed water. You'll still get the benefit of the citric acid without overloading your fluid limit. This is especially important for dialysis patients, where every ounce matters. Some people ask, can such a small change really make a difference? And my answer is always the same. Over time, yes. Because health isn't built on big, dramatic events. It's built on daily choices, quiet habits, the things you do without fanfare that quietly shape the outcome of your life. So don't underestimate the power of that little green fruit. Keep a few limes in your kitchen. Reach for them in the morning. Squeeze one into your water before a meal. Let it become part of your routine, note, because it's trendy, but because it's time-tested. Because your kidneys deserve every bit of quiet care you can give them. If you've ever struggled with high blood pressure, you're not alone. It's one of the most common health issues facing adults past the age of 50. And what most people don't realize is just how much pressure it puts on your kidneys. Every heartbeat sends blood through those organs. And when that pressure is too high, tiny blood vessels inside begin to break down. That's where celery juice comes in. Celery might not look like much. It's crisp, watery, and often pushed to the side of a salad plate. But when juiced and consumed consistently, celery becomes a quiet helper, a natural way to ease pressure inside the body and give your kidneys some breathing room. Celery contains natural compounds called phthalides. These help relax the tissues of the artery walls, allowing blood to flow more easily. When blood flows smoothly, the kidneys don't have to strain to filter it. And that, over time, can make all the difference. What also makes celery juice special is its anti-inflammatory properties. One compound, apigenin, is known for protecting kidney cells from stress. Chronic inflammation can silently wear down the kidneys, even if you feel fine on the outside. But when inflammation is reduced, healing can begin. Making celery juice at home is simple. Just wash the stalks, chop them up, and blend with a bit of water. If the taste is too strong for you, add a slice of cucumber or apple. Even a squeeze of lemon can make it more palatable. The key is to drink it fresh. Nutrients start breaking down quickly, so it's best to consume right after making. For people new to celery juice, start with a small amount, maybe half a cup, and gradually increase. Most adults find a cup a day to be a good balance. And while it's gentle, those on blood-thinning medication should check with their doctor first, because celery contains vitamin K, which can affect clotting. What makes celery juice especially appealing for older adults is its low potassium content. Many fruits and vegetables are too high in potassium for those with compromised kidneys, but celery offers benefits without crossing that line. It hydrates, soothes, and supports your system without putting your heart at risk. And here's something else to keep in mind. Celery also supports digestion. For people with sluggish bowels or mild constipation, celery juice can provide a natural push. This keeps waste moving and reduces the toxic load that kidneys have to filter. So next time you're grocery shopping, don't skip the celery. It may not be flashy, but it's effective. Add it to your morning routine, pair it with other kidney-friendly foods, and let its quiet strength work for you. Think about how many times you've felt tired but couldn't quite explain why. Not sick, not in pain, just worn out. Sometimes, that quiet fatigue is your kidneys trying to tell you something. They may be dehydrated, they may be struggling, and if you're not drinking enough water, they suffer in silence. That's where cucumber juice comes in. Cucumber is made of mostly water, almost all of it in fact. But it's not just plain water. It comes packed with trace minerals, antioxidants, and compounds that help cool the body and flush out toxins. For kidneys that are overworked or stressed, cucumber juice acts like a soft rain on dry soil. It hydrates deeply, naturally, and gently. When your kidneys don't get enough fluids, they can't filter waste effectively. That waste builds up. And over time, this can lead to infections, inflammation, or even kidney failure. Regular hydration, especially from a clean source like cucumber, supports your body's entire filtering system. It helps urine stay diluted and flow easily, reducing the chance of stones or blockages. There's another reason cucumber juice is helpful. It may aid in dissolving small kidney stones. While more research is needed, traditional medicine has long used cucumber for this purpose. Its high water content combined with certain phytonutrients seems to support the natural clearing process of the urinary tract. Making cucumber juice is quick and easy. Wash 1 or 2 medium cucumbers, especially if you're keeping the skin on, since that's where many nutrients are stored. Slice them up and blend with a little water. If the flavor feels too plain, try adding a few mint leaves or a bit of lemon juice. You can also mix it with a small amount of apple or celery juice to create a well-rounded drink that still stays low in sugar and potassium. One quiet benefit of cucumber juice that people often overlook is its impact on digestion. The seeds and natural fiber help reduce constipation, which many older adults struggle with. And when digestion flows smoothly, the kidneys aren't forced to deal with extra metabolic waste. For those already on dialysis or watching their fluid intake closely, even small amounts of cucumber juice can offer benefit. A few ounces in the afternoon may help quench thirst, deliver nutrients, and refresh the body without overwhelming it. And if you're sensitive to changes in fluid balance, consider freezing cucumber juice into small cubes and adding them to water. That way you hydrate gradually while still getting those kidney-supporting compounds. Cucumber is one of the safest, easiest choices you can make. It's not exotic, it's not expensive, but it works. Sometimes, the simplest habits done with care and intention carry the greatest health rewards. When you think of pineapple, you probably think of its sweet flavor, its tropical aroma, maybe even a summer memory. But hidden beneath that sweetness is something much more powerful, an enzyme called bromelain. And for anyone with kidney challenges or at risk of inflammation-related issues, bromelain is worth paying attention to. Chronic inflammation is one of the most persistent enemies of kidney health. It creeps in quietly, often after years of stress, poor diet, or illness. It wears down the kidneys, slowly damaging their structure and function. But bromelain, found in pineapple juice, has been studied for its ability to reduce inflammation in a way that's both effective and gentle. This natural enzyme targets inflammatory compounds in the body and helps calm the immune system. Unlike medications that often come with side effects, Pineapple juice offers a nutritional approach that fits easily into daily life. It doesn't require a prescription, it just needs consistency. Pineapple also offers something many fruits can't, a relatively low potassium level. That makes it safe for many people with compromised kidney function. As kidney disease progresses, the ability to process potassium diminishes. Too much potassium can lead to serious heart problems. That's why fruits like bananas, oranges, and melons are often limited. Pineapple, on the other hand, can be a safer alternative. To make pineapple juice at home, choose a ripe pineapple. Peel and cut into chunks, then blend until smooth. If the flavor is too strong, dilute with filtered water or mix in a few pieces of cucumber. For added benefits, consider blending with fresh mint or a dash of turmeric, both of which also help calm inflammation. You don't need a lot. A small glass, 4 to 6 ounces, taken in the morning or early afternoon, is enough to gain the benefits without overloading your system. And if you're concerned about sugar content, especially if you're diabetic or pre-diabetic, consider mixing pineapple juice with water or using frozen chunks to create a light smoothie. Another thing to consider is how pineapple supports digestion. Bromelain helps break down proteins and can ease bloating or discomfort after meals. For older adults whose digestion tends to slow down, this small benefit adds up. A happier gut often means less pressure on the kidneys. Just a word of caution: bromelain can thin the blood slightly. If you're on blood thinners or preparing for surgery, check with your doctor before making pineapple juice a regular habit. At the end of the day, pineapple juice isn't a miracle cure, but it's a tool. A flavorful, natural, and kidney-supportive tool that fits easily into your life. It's a reminder that sometimes, the foods we enjoy most can also be the ones that keep us healthiest if we use them with care. You've probably seen the headlines. Flush your kidneys in 3 days. Detox drinks that save your life. It all sounds tempting, especially if you've been feeling sluggish, bloated, or worried about your health. But here's the truth: most people don't tell you kidney cleansing isn't always safe. In fact, if you already have kidney disease, it can be dangerous. The idea behind a kidney cleanse is simple. Drink specific juices, flush out toxins, feel better. And while there's some value in supporting kidney function through hydration and nutrition, extreme detox routines can do more harm than good. If your kidneys are already compromised, putting them under sudden stress event from natural sources can push them toward failure faster. One of the most serious risks is dehydration. Many cleansing plans involve fasting, limiting calories, or using diuretics that cause the body to lose water quickly. Without enough fluid, the kidneys can't filter waste properly. Electrolyte levels shift, blood pressure drops, and the body enters a state of imbalance. What started as a health boost becomes a medical emergency. Another risk is high phosphorus. Some cleansing methods involve colon flushes or herbal treatments that increase phosphate absorption. For someone with poor kidney function, excess phosphorus can build up in the blood. That condition, called hyperphosphatemia, can damage bones, skin, and even the heart. Then there's the issue of untested combinations. Mixing multiple juices, supplements, and herbs without guidance can interact badly with medications or underlying conditions. For example, someone taking medication for blood pressure might unknowingly drink a juice that amplifies the drug's effect, causing their pressure to crash. Or someone with diabetes might consume large amounts of natural sugar without realizing it, spiking their glucose levels. So what should you do instead? Focus on balance. A true kidney-supportive routine doesn't rely on extremes. It relies on daily habits, hydration, and proper nutrition. If you're healthy and just want to maintain function, gentle drinks like those we've discussed, apple, lemon, cucumber, can help. But if you already have kidney disease, every new habit should be approved by your medical team. That's not being overly cautious. That's being smart. Because the kidneys are not organs you can play games with. They don't regenerate easily. And once damage becomes permanent, dialysis or transplant is the only path forward. If you're serious about long-term health, consider following a proven dietary plan, like the DASH diet. It emphasizes fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and reduced sodium, all of which support kidney function. Or look into the renal diet, tailored specifically for people with declining kidney health. It limits potassium, phosphorus, and protein to reduce the burden on weakened kidneys. Above all, remember this: health isn't something you rush, it's something you protect, nurture, and respect. No cleanse can replace consistency. No shortcut can undo years of stress. But with the right knowledge and guidance, you can take control slowly, safely, and effectively. By now, you've heard about apple juice, cranberry, beet, lemon, lime, celery, cucumber, and pineapple. Each drink offers something unique, but the question remains, what do you do with this information? How do you turn these pieces into a real-life plan that protects your kidneys and keeps you out of the dialysis chair? The answer lies not in doing everything at once, but in building small habits that stick. Think about how your day begins. Could you replace your morning coffee with a warm glass of lemon water? Could you enjoy a little cranberry juice before lunch? Could you sip cucumber water during the afternoon instead of reaching for soda? Maybe beet juice becomes your pre-dinner routine, or celery juice becomes part of your weekend mornings. Pineapple smoothies replace dessert once or twice a week. These aren't major changes, they're adjustments. But over time, these adjustments become protection. Consistency matters more than perfection. It's not about drinking all 8 juices every day. It's about listening to your body, finding what works, and sticking with it. Maybe some juices help you feel more energized. Others might ease your digestion or reduce swelling. Pay attention. Let your body be your guide. And remember, these drinks are not replacements for medication or medical care. They are companion stools you can use alongside guidance from your doctor, especially if you're already dealing with high blood pressure, diabetes, or kidney issues. Always check before starting a new routine. Your kidneys deserve that respect. For those already on dialysis, the message still applies. Your fluid intake may be limited, but every sip matters. Choosing a small amount of the right drink, something that hydrates, soothes, or supports function, can improve how you feel day to day. Even a few ounces of the right juice can go a long way when chosen wisely. If you're just starting your health journey, begin with one change. Just one. Pick the drink that speaks to you most and make it a habit for 1 week. Then, build from there. Maybe share your experience with a friend or family member. Encourage someone else to join you. Health is easier to maintain when it's shared. Your kidneys have worked hard for you every day of your life. They've filtered your blood, managed your waste, and kept you balanced, often without a single thank you. Maybe now is the time to return the favor. Not with fear, not with guilt, but with quiet action. Because sometimes the best medicine is made, not in a lab, but in your kitchen. Not in a bottle, but in a glass. And not through force, but through love and consistency. So here's to your next sip. May it be the start of something stronger, steadier, and healthier.